My background has been in environmental studies for a long time, since as far as I can remember. I was interested in the environment and nature and just the beauty of the world.
That interest led Liz to get her master's in community development and natural resources. Once finished, she came to DC to utilize her education for a project to benefit members of the community.
This area was kind of presented to me in a way. This was a garden before, and I knew it was not going to be gardened on this year, and simply asked for permission to garden here and run some programs. And the owner of the property was fine with that. So here we are. We're in the middle of our first season.
The idea behind the 7th Street Garden is to provide a resource for low-income families to learn about nutrition, make connections with others, and gain access to healthy foods at barely any cost to them.
The original goal was fresh food and affordable food. And specifically, we wanted to focus on the Shawn neighborhood because that's where the garden is, but that's expanded to be more DC-wide for various reasons. And so that's still our main mission, is fresh and affordable food for people who might not otherwise be able to access it or afford it. But the education component is also really important, and the people who are part of the program, the people who get our food, also learn how to grow their food. They learn organic methods of growing food, which is how we grow here at the 7th Street Garden, and they learn nutrition skills and how to cook their food in a healthy way. And then we also offer school garden education and summer programs.
The garden functions as a co-op where people garden together and share the harvest. Though there are many farmers markets around the city, this is the only type of affordable food program that exists in the district.
There's issues in the city that are very prevalent that are issues of food access and fresh food access, affordable food access, and it affects a lot of people in the city. And so a place like this that's in the middle of a city in a rapidly gentrifying area but still a very low income area is really important to provide fresh food to people who might not otherwise get it. And there's successful programs in cities nationwide, and DC is behind the times in the fact that we don't have one.
The application process is not very strict. Participants must qualify based on their income, then work in the garden a few hours every month to receive their weekly share of food.
It's pretty loose this year. It's just kind of worked by people walking by. They see it and they want to know how they get their food. We're all volunteer, and so just our capacity to do as much outreach as we would like to do has been very limited. It is something we hope to focus on. It's something we plan to do this winter. That's our top priority in various ways, going to churches and speaking to people on the street, and also partnering up with other organizations who do similar work or who work in hunger and nutrition programs as well.
Besides the food, the program facilitates community interaction, serving as a safe and peaceful place for residents to enjoy.
That's what we like to think, that they meet their neighbors. A lot of people are from the area, and people had never talked to their neighbors before, and they learn things together, they try new foods together, and it facilitates something. We think it facilitates community on a certain level as well, and has the potential to do that exponentially the larger the program can get. It's been successful in that we've fed families. People get our food weekly, and they're happy with their food, and they're learning. And one of our resident gardeners who may come by today, his name's Stanley, and he's been part of our program, and he's lost 14 pounds since he started our program, eating more healthy, learning to cook different ways, and he loves it. He says he finds himself quite irritable when he's not in the garden a few days in a row, and it's just a wonderful story that I love hearing from people who are part of the program.
The garden is a type of place that you can come, and like I was so stressed out today, but when I come here, all of the stress for the day, because when I was a child, I used to go in woods and pick up tadpoles and frogs and chase butterflies and all that kind of stuff. So I've been a nature boy all my life. So now here I am older, and when I saw the garden, it was just like, this is something I really wanted to get involved with, and I have. The planting, the watering. When I'm in this garden by myself, and I like to be sometimes, it's just like all those cars and all that noise I don't hear. I hear none of this.
Looking for grants to take the garden to the next level, with more broad of a reach, more people, and more structure, For now, the hope is to serve as a model for other programs, that this has the potential to happen on a much larger scale in the district.
It's a great way to bridge generation gaps and bring people together to learn something new, and it's something we're all connected by. I mean, food, we all need food. So it's a beautiful thing.